get the position? Cool. Noah, training day 2, part 2. We went live with the first section, which was just form training, and now we're doing looks out. Does it feel like a lot of pressure now as well?
Still, yeah.
Okay, so that's what you want to work with. Because if you take your body away, I'm not putting much pressure, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you feeling it in your system?
My hips.
Your hips, you're feeling the pressure in your hips. So that means, okay, are you moving your hips on purpose?
What do you mean, backwards or forwards or?
Either way, is there a movement in your hips that you're making as opposed to just drawing up and releasing?
I don't think so.
Okay, just curious. Angle this way here. So first things first, center and sense the whole body, yeah? Center and sense everything, yeah? So see how there's a unification of the structure now, yeah? And now aim through the center, yeah? Now, as you feel the pressure on your hips, on your body, center, sense, sink, center, sense, sink. And you should notice a decrease in the amount of pressure. Do you notice or not really?
A little bit.
That's the whole point. So if you apply more pressure down through my center slowly, right? Yeah, just keep going more. I want to use that as a way to, okay, cool, I'm releasing under pressure. Remember we spoke about this morning, you want to train your mind, you want to train your emotions and train your body to stay in power when it meets force, to release resistance when pressure is applied.
Yep.
You remember that principle, that concept?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're doing here now in physical form. You get it? Yeah. So rather than thinking to myself, okay, as you apply more pressure, oh, there's too much pressure, I better step back. Then you're just running from the pressure. You're not actually utilizing it to deepen your ability to release tension, right?
Because I'm just used to stepping back, because just riding the force.
It's not to say you don't ride force, that's another principle of riding. But you're running from force, not riding force, that's a different thing. If you're riding force, yeah, then you're kind of just flowing with, yeah. So as a pressure comes in, you ride that force, which is still a good principle, but it has its limitations in the sense that if I'm always thinking, right, if you just come and attack me, right, if I'm just thinking I'm just going to ride force, then I'm never going to develop my ability to withstand force with power. So if I think more now, I'm going to, as you apply force to me, I'm going to sink and release you. Yeah, I can start to develop my inner power as opposed to just capping it at the level where I ride force.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So it's not to say you don't ride force. You ride force when the force is too great. When the force is too great, but you continue to develop your internal power by releasing force as well within your own system. If there's too much pressure, sure, ride it. But don't take that to the point where you don't continue to develop the depth of your power. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting, hey? I mean, that's an interesting observation that I was trying to ride the force. But if you take that point too far, you may not enter deeper into your power, meaning centering your intentions, sensing the etheric body, sinking, dissolving any pressures, focusing through the center plane, the power plane, the plane of power. Now make sure that elbows from the Tan Sao is arcing in through the center to meet my Fuk Sao elbow. That's what initiates this turn. This initiates this turn, not this. And that makes it spin. Feel that? Yeah. And what does that also do? That gives you a good opening with the Tan Sao. If they're doing this, bang. That's such an ugly face. You want to show the camera how ugly you can do your face?
Nah.
Your future girlfriend might be watching.
Save that for the paid channel.
Paid channel or paid channel? So another way to put it very simply for the people who are more materialistic is a very intelligent directionality of the mass and momentum, so that all of my movement is targeted onto the center of your spine and balance, which makes it difficult to deal with because everything's so precise. Because all the mass momentum and direction is aimed into your balance, which is precisely what's happening from a physical level, but it takes concentration and a level of awareness to be able to do that. So now you're just going overboard with that.
Yeah.
To the point where it was just your right arm operating there. Center, sense, see, yeah? It's always everything. It's always the state.
Everything everywhere all at once.
It's a movie. But
I know.
I know. So power plane. There. And you rest in the power plane. That's a good feeling center, flowing to their center. It's not a pushingness of the arms. Everything is funneled through the center. See how the arms are relaxed, but as I try to press to your center, there's something stopping me. Because, the structures of the arms are there. And these structures, this structure connected to the spine, is enough to stop me coming through. You don't want to use the force in the arm to stop me. If you try to use the shoulders and the biceps and the forearm to stop me coming through, you're going to lose based on mass.
Yeah.
I'm bigger.
Yeah, you are.
So you have to use something better, deeper. So you have to use, you have to use your structure, your stance, and your state. So the structure is sensing. Centering and sensing is the structure. The stance is the physical positionality, so this trains that condition. Yeah. So the softly bent knees, the targeting of everything so that the toes are pointed in. Right? And then the state, the power plane from the center to me, which refunnels the power that's coming, the force and resistance coming into you is funneled back to me through the center. Yeah, like this. Now you don't have to use force in the arms. You just keep the stance in the center connected and aimed to me so that you can just rebound all my power back to me and funnel everything through the center.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
What?
I was, whenever the force was coming in too much, my hips would drop back and down like that, which created tension in my thighs and rear.
Cool. Good observation. So what are you going to do about it?
Just keep them in the same position and sink.
Let's think better. Let's think more intelligently. Keep them in the same position.
Keeping them in the
That's
correct
a
position.
forceful way of thinking about it. It's a position. So what is the underlying premise which will allow the legs and the hips to be in that relaxed, mobile, free and powerful condition? What's the actual pillar of that?
State,
What part of it?
sinking, sensing, centering.
Centering and sensing,
Yeah,
which will potentiate the sinking.
yeah,
Because you want to be sensing in order to sink.
yeah.
So what I mean is, we actually spoke about this in your form. Remember how you started like having the hips come forward and the pressure came to your knees? Yeah, and then how do we fix it? You center and sense. So the problem is, it's kind of like a laziness in a way. Like the problem is like I'm just going to sit in my stance, which is really a shit tip that people say, you should sit in your stance. No, you shouldn't, because then it's quite forceful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're sitting and your force is also going down, whereas you want to be a floating center targeted to the opponent. And if you're floating, you're not sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas that kind of hips to the knee pressure you got, do that the wrong way. Yeah, it's kind of like you're sitting in your stance. And actually other systems teach that.
Yeah.
And I don't really agree. Because we're looking to generate internal power, right? Which doesn't come from a physical sitting, it comes from a floating center. Like a floating shit in the toilet.
We gotta
Yeah, this feels better. This feels like a floating center. You feel that? Yeah. Oh, you feel good right now. And it goes.
Like this.
It's always a sense of expanding. So you can combine two concepts, the floating center and the penetrating punch. The floating center is like an expansion of the center, and the penetrating punch is the power line. Penetrating.
Penetrating.
Come on. That work you up? You're already getting more, like your structure's already better from yesterday. Sense the whole space.
I feel like I'd work better with a slightly staggered stance. Like even just slightly.
My stance is slightly staggered.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I noticed that I have a slightly, my right leg goes slightly in front, because everyone's body's different, right?
Yeah.
So it's not wrong. Because essentially, remember, once you have the once you have the state, you no longer need the stance. Because then the directionality of your mass via the intention is precise.
Yeah.
More precisely, the directionality of your mass, energy, momentum, intention is all funneling through the center correctly, regardless of the physical positionality. Exactly. So you could stand like that.
Yeah, like my right foot is slightly in front of my left.
Well, the thing is, when you step, you're going to have a staggered stance.
Yeah.
You know, and in a fight, you're not just going to stand there like this. Exactly. Yeah. Even then, you've still got to step.
Yeah.
All right.
Being a student cat.
So looks out. Slow, conscious rolling is such a valuable tool, because it's the gives you the ability to enhance and embed the state within every cell. You know, you can think of it like this, if you want to think of it in a more, keep your hands there, in a more material way. You know, your ability to connect the brain to here, to here, to here, to here, to here. You know, like you can think of it in that way as well. That, for example, you get to this position, let's say, and I put pressure into your system, and you notice, oh, there's tension in my right shoulder and in my right buttocks or whatever, and you can go, exactly. So then you can center and sense and sync. You understand?
That was exactly right.
Yeah, I know.
I was like 1 and 2. I was like, what?
Because I can sense your body. From touch, I can sense where the tensions are in your system. It's not that profound. It's just because I'm so used to contact, I can feel where a person's tense. So, what's cool about that, further to that point, is that the state naturally attacks tension because you're aiming at their center.
Yeah.
So if I aim at your center, it's going to hit the tension points anywhere in your system, because I'm aiming to the central pillar of balance. Further to that is that, so that's kind of just like a subconscious attacking of your tension, right? But you can make that conscious. Not only can you make it conscious, you can make it happen. Meaning I can sense into your body, find the tension points, okay, cool, I'm going to attack that tension, right? Or you can make a part of their body tense. So I can say, okay, I'm going to tense up your mid-back now. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to tense up your hips. You know, via targeting my mass, direction and momentum to that spot on your body, so that muscle has to carry the incoming pressure.
Yeah.
See what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
So subconsciously you just go forward, and it's just there, and it's going to hit your tension points already, right? Make sense? Yeah. But you can further be aware and say, oh, okay, I noticed the tensions in your system. Okay, your left elbow, yeah?
Left elbow?
Right elbow, sorry. My left side elbow. Yeah. Or, for example, right? But then you can make tension points in their system. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Because you're more relaxed and you're targeted.
Yeah.
So your momentum, mass, and direction is going in a certain way. That particular part of your body has to deal with the incoming force. Hence, it becomes tense or tight because of the incoming
yeah.
pressure. Yeah.
Wow. Fuck, that's good.
That's why it's very hard, as soon as we get in close, it's very hard to deal with a really good Wing Chun practitioner because they're able to attack your weak points subconsciously or create openings on purpose. It's like, I want that opening there. I'm going to create it, I'm going to create, because as I go through that space, or as I say, okay, that's my target, your throat, right? Your body is going to tense up in certain areas, which allows this to open up, allows that spot to open up,
Damn. That sounded like you just killed me.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
So you want to be very precise with everything. So it's the center funnels to the center. Everything releases into the center. So even your bong sao arm here, it's covering this line of attack via the position of structure in space. So your arm's there, meaning this line is safe. This is in the way. You don't have to push towards it. What you want to do if you want to be better and you want to dominate is you get your center attacking my center and this funneling into the center, not pressing out to the contact point. Yes, it doesn't mean you have to actually physically come in. You just dominate this line here. So as I put pressure in, see how it comes back there. Remember, we worked on this yesterday, yeah? And your center is what delivers the power. Pressure. Not this, not outward to you. So I feel like I go to you and then it's like everything wants to do this, but it's conscious of the contact point. So I'm not gonna just go around like this and allow you to hit through. It'll keep that connection as I reach through to your center.
Yeah, kind of like a teardrop shape going
kinda
towards
like
you.
that. Yeah, you could call it that, yeah. And this is the origin of the tear, right? So the point.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel this? Yes, yeah. See how your hands didn't push out to the contact at all? Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. So then you learn to do that in a slow, focused, control way, releasing tension, being very precise with the directionality of your mass, momentum, intention, energy through the center so that you dominate that plane, 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 centered intention, feeling good, funneling through the power plane, constantly. You just keep your focus on that, right? So you maintain your focus on that. Centered intention, feeling good, aiming to the center plane. Then you no longer require force from the muscular system, to withstand the incoming pressure, because you're not fighting force with force. You're absorbing their force into your system and funneling it back to them. So this is the real kind of depth of, in martial arts you hear people say, use your opponent's force against them.
Yeah.
And that more so comes in the terms of the push-pull principle, in that, when the physical body pushes, you push to me, I push back, for example. So as I push to you, you push back, so I can use that push to pull you. Make sense? So there's that push-pull principle, which is how most people understand use your opponent's force against them. Or another way of thinking is like, you're coming to attack me here like this, and I roll that force off. So I'm using your force to roll that shape, for example. However, the deeper levels of that is that as, for example, I put pressure on you here. So here's my force coming to you. The way you can also use that force, as opposed to rolling it off or redirecting me that way, is that you allow my force to travel through your structure into your center. So by centering, softly drawing up, sensing your center, and sensing your space, meaning sensing the actual structure itself, then as I apply pressure, so center, alive in your center, awaken your arms, feel your arms and legs, good. So now as I put pressure, feel how this feeds into your structure, and you don't have to apply force back to the contact point, right? So maintain, center, sense. Now you're drawing my force in, right? And now target it back to me. So aim your center at me. So point your, yeah. Feel how now, you're taking my force and using it against me. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So you become like an
trampoline.
absorber, or trampoline, call it what you want, initially. So that's the structural level and the directionality of the center of mass and via intention, right? But then ultimately the game becomes Beifan. Becomes, I no longer take your force into my system. I give back to you. Yeah.
Like trampoline fingertips.
Yeah, trampo fingers. Finger tramp. Let's try.
Huh?
Let's try.
Oh yeah.
Do you have anything to say to the people watching you on YouTube?
Not really.
Oh, very poetic. Let's see if we've got the right position. Cool. So don't run, remember? See how you just ran from my pressure?
Yeah.
Do your best to use my pressure as a way to go deeper into state. So remember, when I meet force, I stay in my power. When I feel pressure, I sense and sink. When I meet resistance, I let go, yeah? And you couple that with riding force. Mm-hmm. So it's like intention and flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rather than just giving up straight away. Keep the reaching to my center. You've improved already in one day.
Yeah?
You feel better.
Nice.
Like this feels more structural, more directed. Whereas yesterday it just felt like there was nothing stopping me here. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's good. Yeah.
Both of us got hit.
No, you got hit. Go again. See how there's no power in that. So try to actually to hit there so you don't kill me. Do you see what I mean? Like, so oftentimes touching a person doesn't mean you can hurt the person. Do you know what I mean? So often people will kind of slide over the contact point and do this and think they've actually done something effective.
Yeah.
That's why actually affecting the balance shows that you can place power into the person. So you went to slide. But try to actually get power with that. See, my connection stops you from placing power into it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you withdraw contact and try to do the same thing, so don't do the same thing, but take the contact away. Then this is already open. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So the contact allows a good Wing Chun practitioner to dissipate the amount of power that can be generated onto the target. Right? So if you're just sliding over the contact point,
It's going to push me back.
yeah. So don't just slide over the contact point. You're better off dominating the contact point and being able to place power into them.
Yeah.
That's why when we do like touch sparring, it's good to actually catch the balance with the movement. Yeah. As opposed to just feel that. Feel how there's no power in that.
No.
Feel I'm just you've got a control of that line. Connect your center to my center even better, and then as I go through, feel how now you've also got my balance.
Got it. Is this wait is this so I do that sometimes, is that bullshit or no?
What do you mean? Should I do it?
Is this
Why is it bullshit? You're hitting me.
okay? Just asking.
I don't understand. Like, do it again. Like, so wait, you're catching with your Fuxao arm,
Yeah.
and then hitting. Like, if you can stop someone from hitting you and hit them, it's valid.
Okay, cool. I'll just not bullshit because obviously it works, but I mean, is it developing my skill well? Like,
Show me. I don't see a problem with it.
okay, cool.
It's like a a mid trap. It's like not the best trap, but it's a trap.
Yeah.
Because you still got the 2-for-1 principle, right? You've got the hands covered with one hand, but you know, if you do it again, it's not the best because I still have space to expand. The real standard response to any type of trap, like this is the cut and paste, yeah. So do any traps with me, just do some traps, is I just keep expanding. So if I feel you coming to trap me, I just turn up the volume of the state. You know? I just go more or there, like just turn it up so that it just overwhelms your trap. You know? So whatever you try to do, I'll just keep this. If I'm rolling with you, right? And then I notice you're coming in for a trap, like just you're getting excited. You try to just do some kind of trap, just expand. So turn the state up. So as I come to trap, just keep the state on and expand the state, and that will offset the balance. And that's this kind of cut and paste for every single trap someone comes against, right?
Yeah.
You can just increase the state. That's it. There's no need to think, okay, as you go to do a Fuk Sao trap, I'm going to use a Lup Sao counter. Or as you go to do a Bong Sao trap, Bong Sao trap, I'm going to use the Fuk Sao counter. You know, like this, you know how you can have certain counters for certain traps, right? You can just think expand for everything.
Wait, so
for everything.
Yeah. And then there's a position that I often get to in like, not only like rounds with higher level people like Carlson, but just everyone. So it's like this position here. This.
You get here.
Yeah.
So like a kind of like a double bong / Fuk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here. And then trapping that arm.
Yeah.
So
I'm the person doing this one. You're the person.
You're doing it to me. So wait, am I doing what you're doing, or you're me? Are you me or you?
I'm me.
Okay. So
I always get to this position.
Good. Now what?
And
keep centered at me. Keep the target on and attack the center. You might hit through there. Good. That's one option. What else? You might meet more force. Okay, exactly. You think about it. You roll the ball down the hill, expand the force. So you find yourself coming into here and like this. You have this. Is this right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe so.
Just
retract your right arm more.
There's so much more you can do. Like, yeah, there's so much you can do here. There's that guy, that jiu-jitsu guy, Pete the Greek, who, have you seen his content?
No.
And he's like wrist lock the world.
Oh,
It'd be
yeah?
interesting to look at that stuff. Like
Cool.
that's his whole thing, wrist lock the world. I think wrist locks are
Underused?
I know, I think they're a cool thing. Like,
Yeah.
just think they're so available.
Tap,
if you can,
tap,
if
tap,
you can,
tap, tap.
yeah, if you can get a hold of their wrist and break it,
Yeah.
like that nullifies that weapon.
Defo.
Yeah, they call it Chin Na in Kung Fu, like joint locks.
Chin Na.
Chin Na.
Chinna.
Good. Good. Like there's a good focus on my center there.
Cool.
That's bad. Oh yeah, that was good. That was a really good change. Like the pressing to the contacts is dissolving, which is great.
Right.
You're getting it better because then your rolling will get more flowy as well.
Ow.
That arm was trapped. So you are here, but it was trapped. So there was no. Try to get power with that right arm.
Get some. Ah.
Get some. No.
Okay.
Yeah. What I mean when I say power, I mean the ability to inflict damage.
Yeah.
Like sure, you moved my head a bit, but there's no power.
True.
Yeah. That's why, once again, when you do touch round, you want to be sure that you have the ability to offset the balance. Yeah. That's kind of an indicator of the ability to transfer power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoulder okay?
Yeah.
Shock? So start again. So I want to rewire something. Come into contact. See that? We want to subtract that completely.
Yeah.
So whenever we make contact, what's the program?
Power line there.
Yeah, so to have that on. So have it on now. Have it on now already. Yeah. That's what you want all the time.
Yeah.
That subtle pushing hit to the contact point gives me the center. Because think about it. If these are going towards my contact points, they're not protecting your center.
They're not, hey.
They're not. Because they're not funneling into the center. How many times does it take me to explain to you that if you are not funneling through the center, you are not protecting your center? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you can just understand that one concept, that if you force out from the center, you are not protecting this line. Think about it just logically, right? If this is not coming through this line, it's not stopping me coming through this line.
Yeah.
If it is going that way, it's stopping me from coming. So don't change your position. If it's going that way, its intention or its direction is stopping me from going that way. So do that on purpose, right? It's stopping me going that way, based on the level of power, of course, right? But if I then come through the center, there's nothing stopping me anymore. Because there's nothing coming there.
Yeah.
You get it? So, when you meet pressure, you come through the center. Yeah, you keep the focus in the spine, in the center, funneling like this. So if you keep this like this, does it stay there? So it's that way. Yeah, and keep that on no matter what. So your mind's always there. So my mind is always in my center, targeting to you no matter what. Wherever my arms go, you'll feel there's a pressure coming at you. Yeah. Don't seek the contact point. Seek the center to center. As like, do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah. Wait. So just here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's so dumb. I wouldn't get any power.
And it comes from here through here.
Yeah.
So that the base of support is always going that way. So anytime I try to come through to you, it comes back to me. Anytime I try to press my force through to get you, I can't, because it's already coming back at me. It's already coming back at me.
Yeah.
The state. Center, sense, sink, see. Yeah. Center, sense, sink, see. Yeah. And now infuse the good feeling quality. Yeah. Yeah. And then keep it on. And what was the realization? Just hit, was it?
Yeah, because like usually I just, at least when we're doing Chi, I seek the contact.
No, you never seek the contact.
Yeah.
You seek the center.
Yeah.
Always. Because think about it. If you're seeking the contact and then seeking their center, you're one step behind the person who's already sought your center out. So if I'm already on your center, see how even then there's a degree of loss because I'm better at targeting. But if I just go to, if you seek my center now as I seek your contacts, so as I seek your contacts, see how you've already got me. Because every time we make contact, I'm going for the contact point, not for the center. So you're already a step ahead of me. Yeah, so see how straight away, if I'm coming here, so you still cover the lines of attack, you don't act stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you still cover the lines of attack. You still cover the lines of attack, which is the Chi Sao skill, right? Which you already have. Like as I start to see, your arms will want to cover the lines of attack. But what you want them to do is that as you do all the different attacks to me, is that I still keep the focus on you. So attack, come on. And wherever you attack from, I still keep the focus on you, even though my arms cover the lines of attack, I still keep my focus on you. See what I'm getting at? You don't get distracted by the limbs. Yeah?
Cool.
You're okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Fuck you, Dad.
So it's like you're never distracted by the little battles in the arms. It's like there's a saying, saying about like, I can't remember exactly, it's like, don't focus on the battle, focus on the war. Or,
Yeah.
Don't focus on winning battle, focus on winning the war. And
Lose the battle to win the war. or no?
No. You don't want to lose any of them anyway. But I mean, is that you maintain the focus on the state and the center to the center. I'm like a fucking parrot. Not a parrot. What's the saying that continues to repeat the same thing over and over?
I don't know what voice now.
Broken record. Yeah. You know, like center to center, state, center to center, state, center to center.
I mean, you have to repeat it for someone to know it.
It's a pedagogical technique. The ability to transfer information from one to another through repetition. So in my mind's eye, I'm just like a happy center that's always happily focused at you. So keep your center focused on my center. Don't change the state. Yeah. When you meet resistance, you stay in power. When force comes at you, you stay in power. Yeah. Showing everyone how balls.
Crack. Why don't I just fucking knock?
Oh, hold it there. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed Noah's session today.